And we are live. How's it going? GDP live stream Saturday night. How you doing?
Yeah.
She's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good.
You got stuff on your face again.
Where? Here? Oh, nobody's here. I didn't schedule it. I just popped on. It's okay.
You should do Pam and like walk around.
Should we walk around?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneously combust?
What? Let's not do that.
Danny, how's it going? Kiri, Adventures with Jane, hey? I don't know if it's maybe it's raining where you are, David, but it is not raining here. We got some
Good
clouds.
miss
Yeah. Hey, Todd or Tude, glad you could make it. I'm on the phone. It's always on the phone. It's tough. It's tough getting all the letters. I can't even say it. I can't even speak right. Incense shop. How's it going? Hey, Miss Farm. Ron, good to see you. No, actually, it was not a very hot day, Danny. Did it maybe scrape 90? And then the clouds rolled in and it cooled off. It's super comfortable right now. I'm totally chillaxing.
Can you hear that?
Geeky Gardens, how's it going? Bill, Honest Open Permaculture.
We're surrounded by coyotes.
We are surrounded by coyotes.
And cows.
And donkeys.
And donkeys.
The video quality is great today.
Nice.
Nice.
We were scared.
Southern Blessed Homestead. Mary Brown. We did have a pretty good day. Busy. Jessica's working on the shed. I was working on the ceiling. We're getting it done. Oh, thank you, Sushin Satori.
The little bugs are out.
Yeah, the bugs are out. What can you do? Anna, how's it going? I don't know if this stream is excellent today. Nice. Hopefully it lasts. Well, thank you, Southern Blessed Homestead. Hopefully that works. And hopefully I can get enough material to finish everything. I just picked up more bottles the other day, and I'm quickly running out. Yeah.
It's kind of an experiment, though.
The Max Happy Homestead. Kara, how you doing? Thank you, Todd. Yeah. Let's talk about that for a minute.
What's that?
The video you put out. That is well, glad you could stop in, Heirloom Permaculture. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a pretty nice evening. The clouds are out. And temperatures are really nice. What do you think it is now? Like low 80s? Yeah, that video. What was the inspiration for that? I mean, how long have you planned that?
Well, I've been thinking about it for months.
So it's something been on your mind, huh?
Yeah. And of course, I wanted to talk about the garden, so I was just kind of putting all my thoughts together on that. But and I mean, it was mostly just about that idea of kind of letting go and having more of a balance in life, because I tend to want to control things, and I want to be a perfectionist and things like that, and I have to fight against that sometimes, including in the garden.
Which has got to be the toughest one of all, right? Because that's where you have the least control. I mean, people try and control the garden as much as they can, but
Yeah, well, when it comes to nature, there's so many variables and things that if you try to control every aspect, you can drive yourself mad. So,
and at that point, you're only just a little bit mad, right?
yeah. Well, I usually am.
Oh, Tony made it in. How's it going? Oh, and then we also got a Desert Horizons. That everyday Kira, how's it going?
Oh, but one thing I wanted to mention, who commented was that
Who was it?
about the aphids and how
There were a lot of comments.
it can be an indicator of
Oh yeah.
there being too much nitrogen in the soil. So I think that brings up a really good point, that looking for those indicators and different pests that appear can be indicators of the soil quality. And if there's a proliferation of a certain type of weed, that can be another indicator. So that's something I really want to commit myself to learning more about and kind of working with when gardening.
Agro Maryland, how's it going? Yeah, I thought that was a fantastic comment, because we knew that the soils could be nitrogen heavy here. And then when they brought that up, I was like, wow, that's a really interesting possibility. So it's something that we haven't even considered. But those are definitely, like you were saying, definitely if you have an extreme amount of pests, you got to figure out why that is.
Mm-hmm. And I think too, like I was thinking about how the pests, like the aphids themselves, might not be the problem. The underlying problem could be with the soil.
It's always the soil. That's where it always starts, right?
Yeah. So you got to get to the root of the problem.
Get to the root of the problem, because that's where the roots go into you. But did you have fun making that video?
I did, yeah.
Not only did you get to express kind of like your thoughts and stuff like that, but I mean, you really did with the editing and everything. I mean, you really put together a very powerful story, I think.
Thanks.
Is that enough pumping up your ego? She did a great job. From beginning to end, that was all her. That was amazing.
Ants will farm aphids, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't see that too much in the garden though, but I've seen it before. They farm them and they'll actually protect them, so that can kind of compound the challenge.
Meanwhile, the ceiling is going slowly. Which I got enough wood. The wood is no problem. I got enough wood to do like 100 ceilings. It's all that plastic. It's all that plastic I'm jamming up in there.
And it's kind of ironic. Like there's trash everywhere, but like we can't get a hold of enough of it.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day.
Please.
It's good advice that you just can't take. But I'm going to get a hold of it. I'm going to get a hold of trash. Watch out. Keep the lids on your cans, because I'm coming after your trash.
And we found out, you want to tell them what you found out about the Douglas trash place?
Is that a sad face because of my singing? I thought that was a good. I thought that was good. That was a good Alanis Morissette, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So here I am trying to get a hold of bottles. Find out. So I go to the Douglas transfer station um, just to see if I could get a hold of some there. Apparently, they don't even take bottles anymore for recycling. What is that?
Yeah, and I don't think they take glass either.
They
No,
don't
they
take
don't
glass?
take plastic bottles. Like, so it all goes into the trash.
Yeah. People bring in their plastic or their glass there. Psst, just gets jettisoned. So sad. What's the Cochise people gonna do with all their plastic? But this is just Douglas. I don't know if that's a Cochise wide thing or what. I gotta find that out. Sierra Vista stopped picking up recycles.
Wow.
What?
What's going on?
What is going on in the world? Oh, West Homestead, I see you. How's it going? Look at that. Curie says they only recycle metals at hers, nothing else. Interesting. No pickup, no refund. Wow. I didn't know this about the recycling centers. Everyone's giving up on plastic. It's a good point. It's all about the money.
Yeah.
If the money's not there, they probably can't.
Because China, yeah, I heard about that.
Yes, that's
China
another good
stopped
point.
taking things.
Wow, that's probably has a lot to do with it. Well, don't worry. I'll keep building roofs, and then we'll just stick all the plastic up there. What else can we build? I'll just build our house out of plastic bottles. Send all your bottles here, and we'll build our house out of it. You want to live in a plastic house?
I don't know.
If it's the that's right. I'm gonna start my own plastic regime.
Todd wants to build a machine that presses plastic into bricks. That'd be cool.
What? The Haskins family's here.
Oh, hey.
Oh, how's it going? It is an honor. That's a really great idea, Todd. That'd be a really good way of utilizing plastic for next thing I want to do is build a mold for making adobe bricks. I want to do that, which isn't as cool as making plastic, but it's kind of cool still. Well, thank you, ma'am. I hope you guys are doing good over there. We haven't seen stuff from you guys for a while. We need more Haskins family on YouTube. YouTube isn't the same without the Haskins family. No pressures. Whenever you guys are ready. When the creative juices start flowing again. Meanwhile, don't mind all the soot on my face. I've been dealing with the burnt wood, and I'm just getting all the soot and nastiness crud all over my face and my hands.
Yeah, eventually I'd like to get to where we don't have to use any plastic on our homestead. Go to like a zero waste. Do you think we could do that?
Oh, we're definitely gonna do that. Zero waste. That's the goal. That's definitely one of our bigger goals for here eventually is to just get to like a zero waste Wait, can I show you this to you guys? Can you see that?
What do you...
There's a rabbit down there. I don't even know.
Why are you showing people rabbits?
Because they want to see the rabbits. I don't
There's
even know.
rabbits all over.
I don't even know if you guys could see that. I'm just wasting your time. Pete, how's it going? Pete's little homestead. Gooseberry Homestead, how's it going? So I see the question about the home. I'm not sure if you or somebody else asked a question about our home. Yes. One of the things we want to do for our home is, one, we want to build it out of earth, probably using earth bag. Another thing that we want to do is try and get it into the ground as much as possible. I think the height on these domes might be close to 20 feet tall because of the width. And so we might try and go, 6-8 feet down.
Let's see.
We'll see how that goes. So that means, a lot more digging. Maybe we'll have to get an excavator for that, right?
Well, yeah, for that much.
Or, I'll just pull out these excavators. But as much as we can take advantage of thermal mass, I mean, if we could get 6 to 8 feet down in the ground plus the earth bags, I mean, you're looking at possibly like, what is that, 60, just over 60 degrees year-round temps. Oh, that'd be perfect. Wow, that's freezing for you, isn't it? You'd be constantly in the home with a big heavy winter coat on. I know. Digging is going to be it's just going to be something we do forever out here. I got to stop moving this thing. I can't stop with my hands.
I need to give you some kind of like therapy putty or something to play with while you talk.
Do they make therapy putty?
Yeah. For therapy.
Why don't I have this? Why am I just hearing about this now? Well, Amber, you got to do what you got to do. Thanks for stopping on. We're honored that you could do it. Yeah, take care of what you need. Take care. Thank you. Putty. Why am I just hearing about this now?
You don't know about putty?
Well, I didn't know about anxiety, or what is it called?
Or one of those squishy ball things.
Or those things where like it's got a body and then it's got a head and then you like squeeze it and its eyes pop out. What do you think about one of those? What is this? Did you read Desert Horizons here?
Oh, well, I can't disagree with that. That is a very good point.
I don't know about all this compromise thing. What is that? Who's ever heard of that in a marriage? That's kind of what but you want to get that into the ground, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of one of your ideas. You want to be freezing. Was blind, how you doing? It's a 50-50 split here, Desert Horizons. I swear, well, I don't know. Maybe it's obvious, I don't know.
My phone is frozen. Sorry, I can't see things. An Earth ship.
Sam Marquez, Earth ship. Earth ships are
cool.
They're cool. They're definitely a good way to build.
And don't they use a lot of recycled materials?
I think that's like one of the big points of the Earth ship is like getting your tires out there, your bottles, and just getting some of that waste out of the environment and building your house out of it.
Yeah. And one thing I like about Earthships is the concept of having this self-contained system where everything gets kind of recycled and used, and that we're definitely gonna have.
Yeah,
Nothing goes to waste.
that's exactly what we're going to try and do that. Except, um, my thinking with an Earthship, I just don't know how tough it might be to acquire some of those materials. Uh, or with an Earth bag, I know we can get soil and used bags and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's partly about, availability.
CB, how's it going? CB's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I seen midlife prices tire wall. That was excellent. I don't know where I have to find out where they get their tires. I don't know if it's a limited source or whatnot, but man, they got a lot of tires.
I bet you can get tires from tire places.
Probably tires from tire places. Good thinking. um, but working with tires, that's tough. Now, don't get me wrong. Building with any kind of earth is hard work. But tires was a unique experience. I actually got to hammer gravel into some tires, and that's tough because you got to work that material
Oh, like into the sides.
into the sides of the tires, which can be tricky. So it's definitely something to consider. I think I've seen people um, build with tires, and I think they were taking rocks and just kind of using that to jam the soil in there. Um, and there's probably different tricks working with the tires. Irene, my permaculture garden, how's it going? Glad you can make it. Yeah, that's a good point about the tire delivery. Yeah, it might depend on kind of the area. Again, that might be another good point between like living in a city and living out in the country. In the city, you just have a lot of access to a little bit more resources. Out in the country, maybe not so much. And it's just something to take into consideration when where you're moving, where you're trying to be homesteading, stuff like that. Are you unfrozen again?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely working with earthen building. It's a lot of work, and for two people, yeah, it's gonna be tough building a house like that, but not impossible. I mean, do you think one person could do it?
I don't know.
Michigan Mike, thank you so
Thank you.
much. Very generous. That guy, Michigan Mike, man, he's always making the tastiest stuff on his channel. You rock, DIY Solar Homestead. Monica, how you doing? The humidity, not bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I mean, even with the monsoon rains, like usually the humidity jumps up right after the rains, right? But I mean, like now, it's not bad at all. I don't even feel it. But there is still a moisture in the air. Oh
I
man,
can smell the rain.
I can smell that rain from St. David. I can smell it all the way over here. Maria, how's it going? Happy off grid, how's it going? Man, I'm so honored. My hair's doing weird things. I was gonna get it shaved. Go with the bald look. Thank you for your generosity, sir. DIY Solar Homestead. You You are inspirational, sir. Leanna, McCoy's Oak Hill Farm, how's it going? Um, yeah, I mean it is dry here, but it's not as bad as where in the Phoenix area and around there, and it does get humid. Don't get me wrong. There are days where the humidity kind of gets kind of a little stifling, but not as bad as I was in Wisconsin. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
That's why we had to leave from Wisconsin. If anyone doesn't know, both of us are originally from the Milwaukee area in Wisconsin, and it's like freezing cold there half the year. Kara, enjoy your dinner. I'm glad you could stop in. Backyard Eden, how's it going? So glad you could make it. But Wisconsin, those winters, crazy cold for like what, 6 months out of the year, and then the other 6 months are stifling humidity. Am I right?
Yeah, it can be.
Okay, maybe between there. Maybe there's one good month at the end and good month at the beginning.
There are beautiful seasons there. The fall.
Yeah,
we don't get that here. Fall colors.
So, it depends on where you are in Arizona.
I suppose.
It depends on where. Depends. But we got our own colorful seasons here, right? It's just a little different. Wisconsin's tough.
And mosquitoes.
Ah, the mosquitoes. Busa Studios, how's it going? Yeah, but the mosquitoes of, usually for a good part of the year, we don't have to worry about mosquitoes, right? But lately,
Yeah, just
lately the mosquitoes here have been terrible.
like, well, not Wisconsin terrible, but there
Okay,
are
let's
some,
put things into perspective.
like maybe in the past week or something, all of a sudden there's mosquitoes.
Yeah, man, my arms are just bit up. And you've been bit up everywhere because you like to wear shorts.
I don't know. I made like
Emily, how's it
an
going?
essential oil mix for mosquitoes. I think that helped a little bit. I just like slather it all over.
Really? Did you?
Yeah. You can use it if you want.
Thanks for telling me about this now. She's just letting me get sucked dry by mosquitoes. Doesn't tell me about her amazing essential oil repellent. Bub, how's it going? Getting started with homesteading. Glad you could make it. So that works pretty well?
Works. Yeah. Pretty well. It's not completely mosquito proof.
Well, at least there's honesty for you. You gotta like that. Laura's here. Hey, Laura. You know what? She says the mosquitoes are about the size of hummingbirds.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Oh, man, those things are vicious. What's your recipe? What's the oils? What are the oils you're using?
I use what I had. Like if I had a citronella, that would probably work better. But let's see. I use lavender, lemongrass, clove, and something else that I forgot what it was.
Ooh, see, she doesn't. She's not gonna give all the ingredients away.
Secret.
No. For $5.99, then you can get the product online.
I'm thinking of getting citronella oil and seeing how that works.
Chris Porter, thank you very much for that. Art, how's it going? We're so glad you could make it.
Ooh, rosemary.
What about the? Are you having conversations over there?
Oh yeah, peppermint. That was the other one.
horsefly. Oh my goodness, sorry to
Oh.
hear that.
Oh.
Is that the one type of fly we don't have?
Maybe. I don't think I've seen horseflies.
We have some big.
bot flies.
Anyone here ever hear of bot flies? Man, those are the
Ooh.
nastiest thing. Your mom's here. Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Deer flies hurt worse. Yeah, we got a ton of flies out here. I didn't realize there were so many fly species until I moved out here. You could just be sitting outside and like 5 different types of flies will land on your face. Oh no. What man. And they're like flies that look like bees, aren't they? And then what was and then
There's bee flies,
and there are bee flies,
hover flies,
flesh flies.
arachnid. Oh, I got stung by an ant the other day, a harvester ant.
Did you?
That was painful.
Yeah, the harvester ants, not only do they have a painful sting, but they are vicious, aren't they?
They're aggressive.
They are super aggressive. Like, you don't stand near a harvester ant nest.
They'll start crawling on you.
They will crawl on you, and then
Wait.
and they got these huge pincers. I don't know if you've ever seen a harvester ant, but they got these huge pincers and mandibles, and then they just hook on, and you cannot.
And once they bite, then they sting a bunch of times. And I guess there's like, it's supposed to be the most toxic insect venom, which is kind of surprising. On the insect pain scale, there's this pain scale from like 1 to 4, it's a 3. So it can be pretty painful.
Not quite as bad as the tarantula hawks, though, right?
No.
And we got them too.
Or bullet ant. We don't have bullet ants though.
Luckily, we don't have bullet ants. Yeah, we got snakes. Rattlesnakes. I've seen both diamondbacks, the Mojave greens. Then we got some good snakes. We got coach whips, gopher snakes, king snakes. But we're comfortable around snakes now. We just get rid of them like nothing. Ejected. Yeah, red racers are pretty much just another term for the coach whip. Red racers are kind of just a local colloquialism, I think, right? Colloquialism.
What are bullet ants? Don't they live in like South America or something? And they have the most painful ant bite, I think, or ant sting.
Are they in South America? Are they that close? Are they in the...
Could be.
Yeah. I personally...
They have like debilitating stings.
Pam, how you doing? Yeah, I wouldn't want to get bit by a bullet ant, or who's that guy that constantly get himself stung?
The Coyote Peterson.
Coyote Peterson. Would you make a living doing that? Getting stung by things? But we got the tarantula hawk, and that's up there.
Oh yeah.
That freaks me out. Oh, and we also got, what's that other one? Velvet ant.
Mm.
Those things are nasty too. Cute, right? They're cute with their little. Like, I don't know if you ever seen a. I don't know if you ever seen a velvet ant, but they got these little furry butts, and they just run around. They're not like regular ants. They're kind
They're
of
not.
individualistic.
They're actually not ants. They're wasps.
They're ground
And
wasps.
the females don't have wings, so they look like ants, I guess, but they're wasps. And they sting and they hurt.
Ooh, good info. And they sting and they hurt. That's really the most important thing you got to know.
One of them crawled on Crew's foot today.
What?
I had to like pull him away quick.
He could have died.
No, that would have been bad.
It would have been bad. Halloween wasps. Yes. Dino knows. He's seen that. He's seen that in that video.
Oh, Halloween? I didn't know they were called that.
Gotta try things at least once. Well, some things I'll just take other people's word for. AKA cow killers.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's absolutely right. You know, when someone's like, hey, this is this thing is incredibly painful, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna take your word for that. And I'm not gonna try. So far this year, how much rain have we collected? That's a very good question. Didn't like in the month of July alone, didn't we get close to 7 inches?
At least.
At least 7 inches in just in
So,
July.
But how much do we collect?
Oh yeah. That's a tough. Well,
Our
honestly, we'll
tanks
never. Well, we won't. Yeah,
overflowed.
we won't know because the tanks have just been overflowing like crazy every time it rains.
But it could have been like thousands of gallons, right?
Yeah, we might have been able to fill up half the tank. Like if we got 2 more tanks the same similar size, maybe half of them on both of them. We'll never know.
The wind is cold.
Oh, you're getting cold? Look at this. Look at this. This is cold. What is it like? What is it like? High 70s now? How are you gonna survive at our 60-degree house?
Wear sweaters all year long.
Ugh, man. When I think about how much extra water we could have had, but we are going to collect more water. We're gonna get some. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get it. We might build some tanks. I think we're looking at building our tanks. It's gonna be a lot of work. We got a lot of work to do. Should we start? Should we start right now? We gotta go. We gotta build our water tanks.
We have to build a house.
Oh yeah. Ooh, exciting things are happening. What? Midlife crisis. How's it going, guys? So look at that. They just had a ton of rain. Wow. Do you guys have a meter set up? Do you know how much you got? How much you guys get there in St. David? We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know how much rain. We're gonna build a shade structure over the home. Probably not. Because the idea of how we're gonna build a home, it should just be able to take it.
Yeah, like if we do the earthen building and it's at least partially like earth sheltered, that's gonna be a lot of shade right there.
Yeah, plus we're building the Mama Grows. How's it going? Pam says they might have got maybe a couple of inches at least.
Whoa, it's a big storm.
Oh, this thing? What we're sitting on? No, Todd.
Oh, over here, over this.
Yeah. No.
I mean, like if we were gonna live in this thing, definitely, like permanently, but
What? Whoa, look at Lorella's here.
oh, hey.
Lorella. Food forest permaculture. Oh my goodness. So glad everyone could make it. Oh my goodness, now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. Oh no. Okay, you're on.
What? Oh, uh-oh, he's slinking away.
Oh man, I'm nervous. What were we talking about? Homes? Yeah, I mean, if we were going to be living permanently inside the fifth wheel, yeah, we'd probably put up some type of, definitely, I think we'd probably want to get it covered.
Yeah.
But we're going to be moving out of there. We're going to be building an earthen home, and then we don't care about these things anymore. Maybe we'll rent them out, right? Maybe, we never know. But maybe we'll just put something over the top, maybe just to kind of protect the coatings, but probably no roofs or anything like that.
Bob said praying mantis bites hurt just as bad as the velvet ant. I can imagine. I mean, praying mantises.
Yeah.
Vicious. They're probably have powerful bites.
Greg Curry, how's it going? How far are we from Sierra Vista? Sierra Vista is probably about an hour drive. So it's not too bad, but not something you want to make too often. DIY by Dino, thank you very much. That's the one crazy thing about praying mantises, that they got like saw blades for mouths. And those things can just, the mantises, I mean, they just use those saw blades to like, just whatever they're eating, it just like turns it into, just
they can
tears it up.
Hummingbirds.
Yeah, I mean, they are vicious. Mantis style. A Fishes and Loaves life. No worries, we're glad you could make it.
Yeah, turn them into Airbnbs.
Airbnbs.
Didn't I say that? I suggested it.
Oh, she's trying to take credit for the Airbnb idea. You can't take credit for that.
Okay.
Almost Homestead. Glad you could make it. Man. That is tough with the praying mantis eggs, right? Like sometimes if you buy them or something like that, it's tough to like get them to just hatch like that. But luckily we don't have to worry so much about that. I mean, we have a lot of praying mantises out here, don't we?
Yeah.
So luckily that's one thing we don't have to worry about, is like trying to get mantises out here, try and hatch them or something like that. That's one thing we're kind of lucky about.
Sam asked if there's any slope on our land. So, not very much.
Not a whole lot.
It's very like a gentle sloping.
The land gently slopes from the north, heading toward the south, and a little bit from the south, heading up toward the north, and it just off the center of the land slightly, it's kind of a little low area dip, which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to worry about a lot of violent flooding.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of washes going through our land.
Fast running water.
No fast running water. We don't got issues like the prices have issues with with all that erosion. Oh man.
Almost Homestead.
Yes. And they were here like an hour ago.
Oh.
Dan, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Oh, good question about the algae. I don't know. I haven't seen any more. Have you? How's the water been since we covered them?
Oh, I think it's been pretty clear.
Not that a green ooze would come out of there. That would be really bad. That'd be a little bit of more algae growth if you like turn on the thing and then like just green ooze started dripping out of there. I think it's been pretty good. But I have noticed a little bit of algae. I think a little bit of algae growth might be happening in the totes by the hacienda, but not too bad. I don't think it's too big of an issue. I think that's basically all going for compost anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, we might get them painted eventually.
we'll probably paint it all.
Get much javelina. I haven't seen them around lately.
No, it's not super regularly.
They do come through.
Yeah, they have come through and
They've destroyed
torn some things up. And but not regularly. When we lived in a campgrounds, javelina would go through there like all the time.
Oh yeah, because people would feed them.
People would feed them. But over here, it's not too bad. Occasionally. And you gotta watch out because they will just tear apart anything. Like even cactuses, they'll just tear through it like they're eating candy. Would you eat a prickly pear like it was candy? Just tear through it without taking off any of the spines? Is there a way to pressurize a catchment system for showers? That's a good question. One, you could, if you have the gravity, you could gravity feed, get a lot of pressure that way. If not, you would really have to set up a sort of like a pump and tank system in order to get like water pressure for showers or sinks or stuff like that. But like if you get tanks up high,
yeah, it would have to be up pretty high to get significant pressure.
Or yeah, and even then, like even if you have the gravity fed system, I don't think you would have like really strong pressure like you might be used to in the city or something like that. But it might be all right.
Yeah.
Do you guys drink the rainwater yet? Good question.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, the tanks, when we started getting rain for this season, and it was already partially filled with a water delivery. But I mean, we've had so much water on top of that. So we've been drinking it.
Not straight from the tanks.
Not straight from the tanks.
We filter it first.
Yeah, all the water we drink goes through the Berkey. We have a Berkey filter, and we do that for all of our drinking water. And we've been using it for cleaning, for showering, and the rainwater. I've already noticed that even though it's not 100% rainwater in those tanks, I think the water's just gotten a lot softer, and I just noticed like using the soap and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Everything just gets a lot it just lathers up so much nicer.
Yeah, it's nice. I think we're ending up like using less soap because we get more of a lather with it.
The rainwater has just been amazing using. I can't even yeah. I mean, some people might not be comfortable with just going strictly on rainwater, and that might not be possible for some people, but I mean, think if you can set up some type of catchment system, even a small one, that water is just so good for whatever you want to use it for, cleaning, plants. Dan's got a question about veggies. How many veggies do you grow? Also, what do you grow?
Well, our garden is very small right now.
Very small. A lot of things died, but some things are growing.
Yeah. We haven't had much producing yet. We got a late start and a lot of issues with things kind of struggling. But I did harvest eggplant and roast green onion. There's mint. We have a grapevine, but we haven't gotten grapes. We probably won't get grapes for a while.
Now, some of those things are going to take a while.
Yeah.
Ratliff, Tiny Acres. Paul, Pine City Apiary. Glad you could make it.
Those crickets are getting louder.
I thought how the crickets drowning us out. Is there a way to remineralize the rainwater? I don't really feel like that's a non-issue. In fact, I think it's good to have water that's sort of non-mineralized, because if you're using too much of that mineralized water, especially for like gardening purposes or whatnot, you might add too many minerals into the garden.
As far as like drinking water, like mineral drinking water.
Yeah, and
We're not too concerned about that.
yeah, and like especially if you're eating things from the garden and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get the minerals anyway.
If you have good soil, I would probably prefer to get minerals from the vegetables.
Wouldn't the rainwater contain minerals? Yeah, there might be. I mean, there might be trace amount of like minerals and stuff like that, but it's gonna be
Probably a lot less than in groundwater.
a lot less. Yeah, my hair's doing weird things. It's blowing in the wind. Yeah, I've heard rumors about that too. I've heard rumors about like drinking distilled water, and it can leach minerals from your body and stuff like that. I think those are all rumors. I've heard of people drinking distilled water for decades, and they're fine. The distilled water is not going to hurt you. Now, that's distilled water. There's no problem with. I mean, it's just water. Now, deionized water, that's a different story. Don't drink deionized water. That will hurt you.
I don't know anything about that.
We used to use deionized water when making integrated circuits in the tech world.
Does that suck out your ions?
Yes. Sucks out all the necessary ions. It's getting...
Ooh,
We're losing
dark.
light. But Dan, thank you so much for that. That's very generous. Thank you.
Michigan Mike said his grapevine took 4 years to mature.
Yeah, it could definitely take a little while. Deionized water, it could be like acid. I know it's pretty nasty stuff. You don't want to mess with that too much. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Dan. That's incredible. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Yeah, you know what else? We used to use you definitely have to be careful. We used to, when bottling Dasani water. They treat it, and like if you drink Dasani water, you can't drink Dasani water straight out of the machine because they use a deionizing process for that. They use like a to filter it, and if you drink that too quickly before it dissipates, is that right? Yeah, yeah, you'll have to go. It's gonna make you sick. Head straight to the restroom, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's getting cloudy. We're losing light. It is nighttime here.
Time to close up shop.
Jeff from Bobblehead Homestead is here.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey Jeff, how's it going? G Princess is here. What? What's up, G Princess? Ooh, it's getting cold. I'm getting cold. How are you doing?
I'm freezing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Paula. The water tanks are doing pretty good. Like we're getting water, and every time we get water now, it's like stayed full throughout the season here, throughout the monsoon season. So the tanks are still full, and so we might head into the drier months with full tanks, which is nice. Is there lightning going on behind us? Oh, Grammy Karen. Well, hello to you and the Stivers. Thanks so much for joining. What's the next big project? The Full Life Crew, how's it going? The next big project. Right now, it's going to be finishing the shed, which is kind of a big project. But I think next we're going to try and tackle the house, am I right?
Yeah.
And before we're losing light quick. So yes, what? Spooky. So right now we're working on getting the septic system in. We need to get a small septic system put in before we can start building the house. And then once we get that in, I think we'll be ready to build. Jeff wants to know when we're getting cats.
Should we get separated?
Honestly, we could probably use some cats out here. We got a lot for them to eat out here. They would just love all the mice.
Well,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know. You guys want to hang out the entire night? All right. We're losing light here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for stopping in, Houston Firefox. Thank you so much. We're losing light here before we completely go dark. It's kind of spooky here with the clouds and the little light here and the lightning. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. All the moderators, thank you so much for helping make the live stream go so smoothly. And have a good night. Take care, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. It's an honor.